Hello friends, it's me Rhoda Snyder here and you're welcome to this YouTube channel. Another session of art and craft. All you're going to need is a mirror, rolls of tissue paper, empty rolls a scissor, a stapler and a box. So the first step here is you take the round mirror. I'm trying to separate it from its original self. So you take the mirror and make a round shape on the box or on the cardboard. After making the shape, you make another one so that the box or the round shape may be bigger at least or large. After the shape, you cut it. After drawing the shape, you cut it and make sure it's round. Here I'm just trying to trim out the edges and make it looking nice, or let it be just an amazing round. Put that aside. And now to the tissue rolls. I have a couple of them. So the first one, I'm going to make a mark, make them thirds. Then you cut the thirds. If you want the shapes to come out nicely, you need to draw a circle around the empty tissue roll like I'm trying to do. Then you cut it, just making a hole, then cutting it using a knife. It's quite difficult, but I'll just manage with what I have for now. I have the thirds done. The next one I'm going to draw. First, make it to be two pieces. It's halves. There are two halves. Repeating the same process of cutting it. After it's cut, we are going to need them to be quarter. So the halves you cut again, you cut each one into half so that you have four quarters. So if you want them to be easily cut, like I already said, you draw it round so that you can cut it easily and the shape be even. There are the thirds, the quarters, and now I'm doing the halves. You just cut the empty tissue roll into two using a knife and a scissor, whichever you can find. Here I have the halves, the quarters, and the thirds. I'm going to start with the quarters and staple them. Start with the quarters and staple them all around on the round shape that you already cut from the cardboard. Remember, this shape that is not the same size with the mirror. We drew another shape round above the mirror or beside the round shape of the mirror so that it can be larger and we can put our shapes on it. The next step, I'm going to teach you how to use the super glue to stick them together. You put the super glue on the edge, and instead of a super glue, you can use glue gun, which is much better, I'd say. If you don't have a super glue, you can cut the tissue roll, then insert the next one. These are the thirds. You are putting the thirds on the quarters. Then just repeat the process. After all the thirds and quarters are done, we are going to use the halves and put them on the thirds. Just placing them into position to see if they are going to be enough. So here I'm going to teach you how to use a stapler, a knife, and a super glue to put these together. Super glue, as already said, you just put a little amount on the two surfaces, then you put the halves on top. If you're using a knife, you cut the two boxes, the two thirds, then insert the halves into it. If you're using a stapler, then there is the process. Whichever seems easier to you, or if you can find a stapler, use a stapler. If you can find a knife, then use that. If you can use super glue or a glue gun, then use that. The second step is almost done, the putting of all the materials together. This one I'm stapling. The space was too big for me to use a super glue, so I'm going to staple them together. And here it's done. I'm just using nail polish to color my shapes. This one is maroon or reddish, I'm not sure, but you can see how nicely it's coming out. Use whichever color you like. If you like, you can paint all of them or just some of them, like I've done here, and it's done. So this way we're going to put the mirror. So you put the boxes together, just pieces of cardboard, you put each on top of the other and staple them to raise the middle part. Here I'm using my glue to put the pieces of cardboard in place. Don't use too much glue, just enough. Then on the top of the cardboard also put some glue so that the mirror can stick. And here is my mirror ready. I'm sticking the mirror. Make sure it's stuck. You can leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes so that it sticks there properly. Still sticking it. Just wiping the mirror to make it clean. And here it's done. Just putting it on the wall, guys, or whichever place you like. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell for more of my videos. Bye.